Long ago, in a peaceful village nestled beside a deep, dark forest, there lived a young boy named Keto. Keto was an orphan. His parents had passed away when he was just a little boy, leaving him all alone in the world. He lived in a tiny, broken-down hut at the edge of the village. To survive, he did odd jobs for the villagers, like fetching fresh water from a well and gathering firewood from the forest. It was a hard life for someone so young, and loneliness was his constant companion every evening. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the village fire crackled to life, Keto would sit by himself, a little distance away. He'd watch the other children laugh and play games with their parents. He saw fathers lifting their sons onto their shoulders and mothers hugging their daughters close. A heavy feeling of sadness would settle in his heart. A deep ache for a family he never had. He longed to be part of their warmth, to hear his own name called out with love. One particularly cold night, the wind howled through the trees as Keto made his way back to his lonely hut. The path through the forest was darker than usual, and the shadows seemed to dance around him. Suddenly, he heard a peculiar sound, a soft, rhythmic beat that cut through the silence of the night. Dump, dump, dump. There was a gentle, almost hesitant sound, like a distant heartbeat. Curiosity got the better of him, and he cautiously stepped off the path, his small feet crunching on fallen leaves. He followed the mysterious sound deeper into the woods, his heart thumping in his chest, a mix of fear and excitement. The sound grew a little louder with each step he took. Dump, dump, dump. Finally, he found it. There, nestled among the roots of a giant, ancient tree, lay an old drum. It was covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs, looking as if it hadn't been touched in 100 years. Despite its neglected state, there was something about it that drew Keto in. He reached out, his small fingers brushing away the dust. He picked it up, held it in his lap, and with a gentle tap of his hand, he hit the drum's surface. Thump! The sound that boomed out was far louder and richer than he had expected. It echoed through the entire forest. Instantly, the woods came alive. Birds of all colors burst from the treetops. Circling above them in a beautiful dance, deer rabbits. And even a friendly-looking bear emerged from the shadows, gathering around him peacefully. Their eyes wide with wonder. Keto was astonished. He looked at the drum, then at the animals. He hesitated for a moment, then struck it again. Dumb this time. Something even more magical happened. The branches of the trees around him began to shake, and ripe, juicy fruits, apples, mangoes. And berries started to fall from the leaves, landing softly on the ground all around him. Keto's eyes widened in disbelief. This was no ordinary drum. It was magical. A wave of excitement washed over him, chasing away the cold and the loneliness the very next day. Keto couldn't wait to share his discovery. He ran to the village square, his heart pounding with anticipation, clutching the magical drum tightly. The villagers were going about their morning chores, but they stopped and stared as Keto placed the drum in the center of the square. Taking a deep breath, he began to play a steady rhythm. Dum, dum, dum. As the beat filled the air, a gasp went through the crowd. Before their very eyes, the village trees, which usually only bore small fruits, began to drop an abundance of food. Ripe fruits of every kind, cobs of golden maize, and large, round pumpkins appeared as if from thin air, piling up on the ground. The villagers were completely shocked, their mouths hanging open in amazement. They had never seen anything like it. From that day forward, everything changed. Keto played his magical drum every day, and there was always more than enough food for everyone. No one in the village ever had to go to sleep with a hungry stomach again. The village became a place of plenty and joy, all thanks to the lonely little boy and his incredible drum. The villagers were incredibly grateful to Keto. They saw him not as a poor orphan, but as a hero. Together, they built him a beautiful new house, warm and sturdy, right in the heart of the village. They treated him like their own son, their own brother. He was finally part of a family. The children, who once ignored him, now flocked to him every day, begging him to play with them. His life was filled with the sound he had longed for the most, laughter. Keto was no longer the lonely boy who watched from the shadows. And so every evening, as the sun set and the village fire cast its warm, golden glow, the entire village would gather together. And in the center of it all was Keto playing his magical drum. Its gentle rhythm was a constant reminder to everyone that even the saddest story can have the happiest of endings, that kindness can create magic, and that no one is ever truly alone. And they all lived happily ever after. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe for more wonderful stories.